The call to the member for Wannon.
Thanks, Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Climate Change and Energy. Under the Albanese Labor government, electricity prices have exploded by 39%, including a 13% rise over the past 12 months alone. Can the minister explain to the House how a 39% increase in electricity prices can result in a $275 reduction as you promised?
The member for Macarthur. Give the call to the Minister for Climate Change and Energy.
Well, thanks very much, Mr Speaker. I thank the honourable member for his question. And as the Treasurer very eloquently pointed out to the House yesterday when the inflation figures were actually released, as the ABS itself makes crystal clear, to use their words in relation to the annual increase, this is due to the timing of when the extended Energy Bill Relief Fund rebates were applied in some capital cities. That's what the ABS said yesterday. Of course, that's the case, that the rebates are paid in different months, and that reflects in the figures in different ways. It's also the case there are other reports out over the last week that the opposition's chosen not to mention, like the Australian Energy Regulator's State of the Energy Market report, Mr Speaker, which refers to energy prices and points out that Australia's coal-fired power plants are ageing, increasingly costly to operate. Many require high levels of maintenance and refurbishment to keep them running. They are prone to unplanned outages, sometimes prolonged outages, and that makes them increasingly unreliable. Heading into spring and early summer, prices remained higher than the year before amid higher rates of brown coal outages. So these are the sorts of issues that the government and the energy grid is dealing with when we're dealing with the fact that under those opposite, 4 gigawatts of dispatchable power left the grid and only 1 gigawatt came on.
Look, there's just far for anyone's liking. I want to hear from the the member for Wannon on a point of order. The member for Wannon.
Thanks, Speaker. It goes to relevance. The question wasn't about us on this side. It was about the 39% increase in electricity prices and the $275 you promised to reduce Australians' power bills by.
The member for Wannon is correct. He wasn't asked about alternative policies or approaches. The minister is going to have to confine his remarks to government policy, and you can do compare and contrast, but this is not a free-for-all just to talk about the opposition's policies, as the balance of the answer will now be provided.
Absolutely, Mr Speaker, and I was referring, of course, to the report this week of the Australian Energy Regulator about the Australian market today, so dealing with the impacts of 4 gigawatts of dispatchable power leaving the grid over the last decade. That's what the government and the energy market operator and everybody involved in the energy system is dealing with. The fact of the matter is, when this side of the House has an opportunity to take a decision that puts downward pressure on energy prices, we take it. Whether it's energy bill relief or whether it's the drive towards more reliable, renewable energy, that's what we do. That's what we do. When those opposite have a choice, they embark on the most expensive form of energy, nuclear, or oppose energy bill relief, as they've done 3 times.
Hey folks, welcome back to Politics Unplugged, where we break down the heated debates shaking up Canberra and what they really mean for your wallet. Today, we're diving into a fiery exchange in the House that's got everyone talking about skyrocketing electricity bills and broken promises. Picture this. The member for Wanneroo fires off a tough question at the Minister for Climate Change and Energy, calling out a whopping 39% hike in power prices under the Albany Labor government, including a 13% jump in just the last year. He demands to know how on earth that squares with the government's pre-election vow to slash household bills by $275. Ouch, right? The minister fires back, blaming the stats on quirky timing of energy rebates in different cities, as straight from the Australian Bureau of Statistics. But he doesn't stop there. He points fingers at aging coal plants that are breaking down left and right, causing outages and driving up costs. He contrasts this with the opposition's track record, where 4 gigawatts of reliable power vanished from the grid with barely a gigawatt added back. The government's fix? Pushing hard for rebates and renewables to ease the pain, while slamming the other side for chasing pricey nuclear dreams and voting down relief measures 3 times. It's a classic clash. One side yelling about failed promises, the other defending their push for a greener, cheaper future amid a messy energy transition. What do you think? Are these hikes inevitable, or is it time for real accountability? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you're loving these breakdowns that cut through the spin, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Let's keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching.